tutorial. Today I want to show you how you can make this cloth simulation here. So we have some collider objects and some moving collider objects on a cloth, and I don't want to waste your time, so let's get right started. I'm gonna start from scratch here, and I have turned on my screencast key so you see what I'm typing here. So I delete the default cube and I add a mesh plane, and S4 I make it a little bit bigger, and I apply my scale and I move it a little bit up, go in edit mode, right click, subdivide, and I sub this 40 times. Then I add another plane, this is our ground, make it big 10 times, and I apply the scale and I give this collision because then it reacts with the cloth, as you can see here. So this is good. We rotate this a little bit so we can see something if it falls. We give it a cloth modifier and then you can already see something. I give it here a little bit of color, this one. And all we have to do now is add some cylinders and then give them collision, something like this one. And then we say RY90. And then we say S, Shift X, and then S, and so we can scale the cylinder just in every coordinate direction except the X1. And now we say SX, so we scale just on X. Then we move this up, and we move this by the side a little bit. And we give this a collision modifier, and then we run the simulation, and you see you already have something, but it looks a bit unrealistic because, okay, first for a better look, our shade smooth. And what you also should do is give a subdivision modifier after the cloth, and this will also make it look much better. And what also makes it look a lot better with the solidify modifier should also be after cloth and before the subdivision. Then you have a little bit of thickness and a smooth look of the cloth. I think it's a little bit more realistic if you turn off the single-sided on the collision modifier. So if we do this, we get this. But you see here now the problem is that the cloth is coming through itself, which is not realistic. And you can stop this by turning on in collision self-collision. And if you run the simulation now, you will see that it still runs through. This can happen. Solidify to thick. Yes, my solidify is too thick. The cloth is not coming through, but the solidify modifier is so big that it breaks through. So we're gonna turn the offset to 0, and then the solidify modifier goes in the other direction, and now it's fine, as you can see. And I think the solidify modifier is too thick anyway, so you should take something like this, which looks a bit more realistic. You can take whatever you like with the offset. You can stop that it breaks through here, as you can see. And all you have to do now is you can double this. Maybe move this on the side, and then you see it reacts to both. And of course you can animate them, and it will react too. So something like we run this, and then we don't want that it falls down directly, so we gave here lockout scale keyframe, and then maybe we move it a little bit later down to here, and the same we do here. We give it on that keyframe something like this, and a little bit later we move it to here, Then we let the animation play, and you see it will behave like it is. And of course you have to fiddle around that the animation looks like as you want it to look. I cannot help you with that. You just have to play around and look what happens. But a little trick is there also. You can always toggle off the collision. So example given, if you don't want collision anymore on this object, you just go to that frame where it is, where you don't want the collision anymore. And then you go here to the modifiers. And then you can say keyframe here on the eye. And one step later, you say keyframe off, eye off, and then keyframe again. So as you can see here, I have now enabled on that keyframe. It's enabled, and one keyframe later it's disabled. So if I play this now, you will see it will fall through if it's off. Go a little bit nearer here. If I now here, and now the class falls through that bar, you see? And that's how you can exactly make it as you want it. And same you can do, of course, with this bar. If you go to collision, then you keyframe here on, and you keyframe off, and then this one here will fall also through it. And of course you can toggle it on and off. You can have as many colliders as you want. It's really great. I love cloth animation. I hope you learned something. I hope it is what you wanted. Bye.